Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the 6 Plus Plus show Kids Table. We're here with you today for another WTC show. Back on Sunday, after all games are finished, everything's wrapped up, we know who the winners are. And this evening, I'm joined by Harley. How are you, Harley?
I'm very good. I predicted the correct winner.
Yes, congrats. And Connor, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Jack. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Enjoyed a long day of Warhammer, lots of watching, lots of painting as well.
The best kind.
Yeah, I've managed to finish my Cursed Cultists. They're ready for the table.
Just in time, eh? Just in time.
Watching that Boris game on the
They've suddenly gone in the bin.
It's like they didn't quite kill a Catan, but I knew that already. So it's
The accursed are now in the bin.
They're sat next to me, ready for some proper basing. So yeah, did you guys watch the games earlier? Have you seen the results?
Yeah, I watched Nas versus John Lennon because why would you not watch that game? And it was a brilliant game, really good. I would have liked to see it on a mission that wasn't the Ritual, because Ritual just felt a bit drawish for most people, I think, because you could just hold back and score primary and not have to push. But England USA was very interesting. Obviously, you can see there was a lot of close games, and then one game that wasn't so close. That I think Thousand Suns is just bad for Blood Angels. It just picks up Marines so easily.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They just send one guy over with like double move, and then they just go Magnus indirect. I've picked up a unit of Death Company, and then you're like, how can I trade with that?
Yeah, because that guy on disc, 100 points, 110 points, he's just managed to kill 300.
Yeah, he just goes, "Oh, Doombolt here, I'll indirect here, and then kabam, you're dead."
Such a strong enabling piece, especially when the army has no relevant Overwatch to sort of counter that push.
Yeah.
So obviously that's gone now. So people can't do that anymore, which is nice. Because I think we saw this weekend that Thousand Suns were very strong. And then obviously the rest of this game was pretty much draws, like 10-10, 10-10. The only one that was interesting was Chris Kinnair versus Anthony Vanilla, because I think England was hoping that was going to be a decent differential from what I was hearing on stream at first. But obviously, I think Vanilla went second, and going second on the Ritual, you're always going to score good points on the last turn.
Yeah, that 25 you can get from holding 2 and burning their home last turn is quite good.
Yeah, it's an odd mission, the Ritual. Spawning all those objectives all over the place, it means you have to be able to hold the mid-board, which is a bit difficult for some armies. But,
yeah, I think that's why they probably put Eldar into Eldar, because both teams were probably worried about Eldar on this. They needed a bit of babysitting.
Yeah, they get absolutely ran through.
Maybe it's just Tony enjoying the Eldar Mirror, because he played it quite a lot over the weekend.
He did indeed. But yeah, this obviously wasn't the best result. This straight away put Team England out of it, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a bit sad. But
there's no shame losing to USA, like so.
But this was the same round where Sweden pulled out a huge win against Poland.
This was definitely not on my bingo card, I must
say.
No.
The stat checky Sweden list with the War Dogs with a Knight Atropos, if you've ever seen one on the table. Big demons, all sorts.
Yeah, the Admech got brutalized. Oh, the Admech did not enjoy that.
That's a matchup I don't think I would put Admech in favor of.
If you have breaches, then I would say yes. But if you don't have breaches, it's just no.
Do we know what the Admech list is?
Yeah, it's a lot of chickens and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think there was any breaches. So
yeah,
it's probably a very, very scoring heavy Skitarii cohort.
Yeah, I think if I'm thinking, it was 30 Taraxi, which are the Flamer dudes. and they
Are they
just
the ones with fire and fade?
no, they're the ones that reroll wounds if you're on if you're within
Okay.
6 a battle line and on an objective, I think. But they're only strength 4, AP 1 at best, so they're not great into knights. France into Australia, no surprise. Black Templars absolutely smashing things.
That is a really dominant score by the French into Australia.
Yeah.
Those are some really, really strong results.
That is very, very. Obviously, Eldar lost into Grey Knights, no surprise there. I think France probably took that matchup to get other good matchups by the look of things.
Yeah.
That's how I think they probably looked at that, because they probably saw Hugo not getting well into Grey Knights there.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually look like it's too friendly for Hugo apart from Tau in that round.
Yeah, Eldar, a lot of teams at Eldar, they're an army that needs a lot of protecting, and really, it feels like never pulled out too many wins. Like like you're saying, Tony playing all the Eldar mirrors, probably because all the teams were so scared of putting them into anything
I
else.
think they're hit or miss, because they do have their matchups that they're really good into, but I just think the meta might be a bit volatile for them.
I think with Eldar as well, it's hard to push differential.
Yeah, because you just die so easy. If you push too hard, you just literally get tabled.
Yeah.
Like someone tables you with 20 bolt pistols. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rough time to be an elf of certain varieties. But I think the list is still interesting. Still definitely play there. Enjoyed
so
Dark Eldar especially.
this was the last round, wasn't it?
Yeah,
England played Italy.
Out of the running at this point, fighting desperately to get for the win, stay in the top 10, top 12, keep that seed 1. And it was again, you look at these pairings, not overly like what I would have gone for, but again, I'm not amazing at pairings.
The big one for me is Grey Knights into Thousand Suns when you don't have enough librarians.
Yeah.
20
Terminators, 20 librarians. They're very different games. 20 Terminators, 2 librarians.
20 librarians, you're tabling anyone in the game.
Oh yeah.
No, but like without the library, he had one librarian in all fairness, but I just think it's just not enough. And then obviously Boris played into the Necrons on stream. Chu beat the Tau, which is a good result. Nassim blunted the Blood Angels. Manny done well.
That's a fantastic result by Nassim. I mean, as guard, I would be quite scared of Blood. I know you can screen, but they fly. They just jump over you, right? Like
Blood Angels have an issue dealing with Bulgrin.
Yeah, it's just -1 damage. -1 damage absolutely blunts.
Even in that volume.
Yeah,
the 4-pin blunt.
Because the 4-pin blunts can somewhat blunt the Inferno pistols.
Yeah.
And if you sort of get your threat ranges right, you can keep them out of melt range. So even if a few do go through, it's probably not going to kill.
Yeah, Nas knows what he's doing. He probably screened in a way so he couldn't get in melter range and stuff like that. And obviously it's only Marines, so tank commanders or even any Bulgrin that are left, just pick them up.
Yeah.
If it's a list without Lancers, those tanks are a problem.
It's quite... This round was... Chris Kinnear lost to the guard, which I didn't see that. I don't know what guard list that was. That's quite interesting.
Fairly close result. I think it might have been similar to Nassim's. Lots of Bulgrin, lots of tanks.
Yeah, it's just a horrible list to deal with, I think. And then obviously France. Who did France play this round? This was
USA.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't they? And they had
a 1 point win.
That is. Oh wow! Brian got 19-1 by God.
He did.
Wow. Jesus, I did not see that.
So some surprise results from the weekend, because you see some of these players, you play against some of them, you don't imagine them ever losing. They do stuff I wouldn't have even thought of.
Yeah, that's great. Wow, they actually. Yeah, well, John won, so did he. Wow, that's
So
yeah.
I was following along the War Games live stream, and quite early on in John's game, they were saying, "Oh, the CSM's all over him," and he was expecting to get 20'd. And this is about halfway through the round. So then to just pull out a 15-5, that's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's just John Lennon.
I still think he's probably one of the best players in the world. Like if I
100%.
if I was picking a gauntlet, I think he'd be.
He's in there. He's in there straight away. Like he's like that game with Nas. That was such a good game to watch. Like he pushed at the perfect time. Like Black Templars doing Black Templar things. They 20-0'd was it Eldar they played?
Yeah,
Yeah.
played
That-
against Sean Naden. Sean
He
Naden.
took Cold the Horde and assassinate.
Yeah.
He went, I'm either 20-0 in you or getting 20-0. And
Yeah.
that plan didn't work for him. I mean, if maybe he tried to play a tight game, you say might have got a draw.
So
How?
the thinking was apparently he said that he basically wanted to go for the 20, thinking that if they don't get a big win, it's not going to matter for them anyway.
Yeah, I can see that, but I just don't think Eldar have any winning to play Templar Horde.
Looking at those two lists on paper, I don't see how they would ever try win. You can screen, but those Crusaders, man, they
I just think it's an auto loss for Eldar into Black Templars like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can only screen so much, and then once they have all the objectives, it doesn't really matter how well you can
And
screen.
who did Spain play last
I believe
round?
they paid Sweden.
Sweden
They
done
did,
quite
here we
well
go.
this weekend, yeah.
Sweden were in for the win.
Grey Knights 20-0 over the Leagues of Votan. Oh.
That is unexpected.
Was that the 6 Dread Knight list? Maybe.
There's a lot of 6 Dread Knights. I know.
I think 6 Dread Knights is just good in teams.
Yeah,
It
my
is-
team is looking at
is-
a very similar thing for an event coming up soon.
Yeah, it is a skew in some way. It's a lot of high wound, 4-up invulns.
A lot of flamers as well, and obviously Votan probably don't like flamers. And if I'm thinking right, a Sag is like T10 or T9?
Sagittars are T10, which is a really nice
Oh,
breakpoint.
so that Grey Knight list is the one with Canis.
Oh, that's the
No.
one. Canis eats Sagittars.
Votan just judgment Canis and
They
sleep up and face
can,
the earth, right?
but it's the fact Canis can hide behind a wall and walk through walls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Canis just hides behind a wall. You kill a couple Sagittars with Dread Knights, play it cagey, and then you go, here's Canis Rex. Can you kill him now? No. Okay, cool. And then if they put the judgment tokens on him for the +1 to hit and wound, then they're not putting it on something else, and Canis will just hide till he needs to come in.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That tracks.
It's quite
Right.
crazy. You can spend 400 points a model and go, yeah, he's just going to hide until I need him, really.
He's good, man. I love Canis Rex. Rest in peace, mine. I sold him.
Already?
He had to make way for a Wraith Knight, so
God.
there's not enough space in my cabinet. It's literally full. I was like, I need to sell some things.
Maybe you
So
just need to buy a new cabinet.
Nah, Canis Rex and 2 Armigers bit the dust, so I
So
think
if
the Mad Neck will bite the dust as well next.
Admit looking quite fun though at the moment. I mean,
They are fun. I just own too much of them.
not an amazing run out weekend at WTC, but not bad for them. They showed up a little bit.
It's not more the fact I want to get rid of them. It's just more the fact I have like 150 Scutari, 30 Rust Sleepers, 18
well, you-
breaches.
Yeah, that's
It's too
pretty
much. That's why my cupboard's full. It's just full of Admech everywhere. And then I've got like 60 Eldar tanks, like 3 Night Spinners, 3 Fire Prisms, 3 Hornets, 3 War Walkers, like 3
What
Wave
we're saying,
Circles.
Harley, is that you might have a problem.
What we're saying is I definitely have a problem. I've
My
got a
my
plastic
cupboards are now
tracking
full of
edition.
planes. I've I ended up with a second Void Raven bomber. I played those the other week, and I have never had more fun playing Warhammer than doing airplanes. Thinking of Top Gun, Danger Zone, it's just perfect. And I've decided every army I play needs an airplane, except Chaos because I'm not buying a Helldrake.
Yeah,
Or help.
you're on your own with that opinion.
I'm definitely in the minority. I love planes in ninth as well. The Eldar Flyers, fantastic.
I did run Doom Scythes in 9th. They're too expensive now. 230 points.
Oh, I think all we can really say is congratulations to France. They had a great run, and they obviously have been working very hard for this, and it seems well deserved. England had a good showing for themselves. That first game with France was really tight, and obviously the game with USA was tight as well. So they've played the best teams that they could have played, really.
Yeah.
And then Sweden had a really good showing as well. I don't think any of us really had Sweden up there, so props to Sweden. Spain as well done really well. So there was some surprises. Obviously, Poland finished third as well, which is expected.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less than a podium by them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
New Zealand, new team last year in the top 10 this time.
That's David Gaylard's team, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
David Gaylard with the individual score.
Don't show it! Don't show it!
Coming through is unfortunately the MVP.
Yeah,
with
that's
a
very good weekend. Yeah, and that's obviously their team's done very well as well. So,
I believe they got best sporting as well, which is very good on them.
So obviously they've smashed some people while being gentle.
Yeah, something you should learn, Harley.
Some quite good placings from the new teams as well.
Singapore, Thailand. That was their first WTC, wasn't it?
Yeah, they'll be coming through in a
seed
2 spot.
That's a great result.
A 4-3 in the first one, really, really strong showing by them.
That's brilliant.
Go down. We've got our neighbours Wales, not doing badly, just below mid-table, and Romania, whose name gets longer every few minutes.
God Emperor, Jesus.
Then our allies, Team Luxembourg, who we helped with coaching, did a couple scrims against, coming through not bottom, which is huge.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Didn't quite get the win that we wanted for them, but 2 draws equals a win, you could say.
Exactly.
Technically.
They're the real winners.
Some quite close ones as well, getting in the 70s on the...
Yeah, that's close, isn't it?
Yeah, really unfortunate. But yeah, we hopefully will continue to work with them, improve upon that, get them a bit higher up.
Absolutely.
We'll see. But any takeaways from you guys?
I need some more Primaris Crusaders.
Oh, don't do it! Don't! No!
No, I think I have a limit, but I would like to get to 60. I think 60 is like a sweet enough spot where I don't
hate
feel too bad
you.
about
They're disgusting thing. My takeaway was watching Nassim play on stream was amazing. I feel like just watching both his games, I learned quite a lot. Props to Nassim. He done really well this weekend considering he was playing guard. So yeah, that was really enjoyable to watch. And to be fair, all the streams were really good. Having that much coverage of a tournament that big is just amazing.
Oh yeah, at one point I had 3 different streams on 3 different screens whilst painting. I was just absorbing all the information to see if it made me better at Warhammer. Don't think it's worked. We'll see. I know. I mean, the outcome for me is I just want to play more games. I just want to get all my minis painted, get them on the table as soon as possible.
Yeah.
See, some of the armies we play have done quite well. Are there any, apart from adding more Crusaders, anything that you guys would change in lists that you have based on things you've seen this weekend?
I was debating about some changes for the Eldari, but I don't think too many Eldar lists done too well.
I know Team Austria's Thomas Woback with his mono Eldar, no Ynnari.
Yeah,
Dev Wound spam did really well.
yeah.
It's quite skew, probably not a great place to copy for singles.
I might look back at Grey Knights. I don't know. I've been enjoying Eldar. I've just been sort of playing more of a. Obviously, I've got my Blood Angels, which is just the meta pick right now, but I've got a couple small events coming up that I've just been sort of messing about with, like Wraith Knight and stuff. So I think I've just LGT. I'll probably take Blood Angels because I'm a hard meta chaser. But until then, I'll probably just. I might even play Admech at my next event just for a bit of fun.
I'd like to see that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do Admech.
I do need to
I
look
think
at
Admech could be quite fun. I think the Skitarii cohort, now that with all the changes it's had, looks really interesting. Has enough damage that it's not just a boring board control stat checky list.
Yeah, still pretty
Even if you
boring.
really want to, you could still play that, I suppose.
Nothing's as fun as a Wraith Knight. That thing is so fun.
I reckon
It literally doesn't kill anything; it just dies the whole time. That last event, I'm not even going to get into it. Let's stay away from that.
Yeah, I do need to have a look at that Team China Necron list.
In the next 6+ kids table episode, I will discuss my Wraith Knight queries.
Okay, we can talk all things Wraith Knights and why you should never ever take one to an event because they'll just make you sad.
It might be because I was split. It might be because I was split firing the guns at 2 separate tanks.
I mean that'll be it, won't it? That's the reason.
I mean, yeah. There wasn't a Wraith Knight at WTC. There was last year, I bet. I bet there was quite a few last year.
There was multiple Wraith Knights in every team last year, I'm pretty
sure. I'm sure like there was probably like 50 Wraith Knights, if not more, at WTC last year. So
Ooh. Yeah, must have been close. I know the finals of the War Masters, it was semi-finals 3 Eldar, 1 CSM, finals Eldar, Wraith Knight on Wraith Knight.
Yeah,
it's a horrible time to be playing Warhammer.
But that was the best time to play 40k. Like
we've moved on since then. I say this as someone who owns Eldar. I love my elves. Any closing statements from either of you?
It was a pretty good tournament. I enjoyed it. It was good watching all the games and seeing all the best players play, and I'm looking forward to next year already.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much echoing what Harley says. I love that there's so many streams, being able to watch them.
You could any army you wanted to see, except Genestealer Cults. You could see every other army in the game if you found the right stream. This has been the Kids Table. Thank you all for watching. Check out our Discord and the rest of our YouTube videos, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.
See ya.